Guess what day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Woo-hoo! Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Hump day!
It's hump day.
Hump day! Uh-oh. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Uh-oh. Mike. What day is it, Mike?
It's hump day.
Hump day!
It's hump day.
Hump day!
YouTube.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
This is
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Got in just motherfucking tired, and yeah, Kissinger is now with the rest of the dumb motherfuckers. Y'all gotta forgive me. Still dealing with this cold. But I'm here. I want to do a little bit of streaming. As you guys know, we just enjoying a few things. The great pagan holiday is here, Yule time, almost here. No, that's great, Joe. Thank you for coming. And thank you for letting us know the good motherfucking news. Yeah, fuck Henry Kissinger. But, oh, God, I have, like I said, I'm still dealing with this cold. But hopefully, we can actually, make it through the night. And, I kind of want to cover a few videos. I don't know how much I'm gonna get through. But we can see we can see what we're gonna do. Oh shit. Okay. But all right. How's everybody else been doing? I'm just tired and shit like that. Oh man. It seems like as soon as the sun goes down, I get a little bit of kind of like RSV. Yeah. No, I think that's what I may have gotten. I got sick about a week around. I was spending time with a friend, and yeah. So yeah, I just been dealing with it. And it's just like up here. It's not even in my chest. It's just like my upper respiratory. And yeah. Although I did set out some time, and I'm gonna actually be putting some I'm gonna be putting some more um TikToks and stuff out. I actually did more pictures. Oh guys, you're gonna love the shit. You're gonna love the shit. Um yeah, oh god. I besides just me coming home and just vegging out to like internet stuff and playing video games, I might as well veg out to internet stuff and just like watch shit with you guys. And I'm also been trying to do some more Conan Exile. So if you guys
Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.
So this platform it's always going to be around. Google has supported.
Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.
Oh my God, is my voice going out? Can you hear me?
Thank you for
Let me see something.
watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your
There we go. Let's just start this shit over. Yeah, I don't know why I have that. Let me just change that. There we go. Let me just change this right quick. Oh my God. This is what happens when you don't really come home and get breaks. There we go. There we go. It should show. It should show. Just delete that. Oh, wrong thing. Yeah, we'll just leave it like this. No, I don't want to just leave it like this. This is what I mean, that a lot of it is just there we go. That's the right one. All right. All right, so let's go. So YouTube. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Funny you mentioned that, Joe, because I'm looking to retire from my current job as quickly as possible. It's funny because YouTube is a platform where it's, and as the video we're going to go into, it isn't as reliable as a lot of people will think. However, However, it may even be more reliable than my job because I got an email about a month ago saying how, oh, we're going to help support the call center by hiring 60 people outside of the country. And when I first saw it, I was just like, yeah, they about to get it. They about to give us our walking papers, which is fine. I don't mind my walking papers from this shit ass job that I have right now. but could I replace it between YouTube and my art? I don't know. And quite frankly, is it worth trying? Let's listen to this video and see exactly what can actually be determined by the inchitification of YouTube. Shall we?
Is getting worse, and that's because YouTube is getting worse, and that's because it has to. It's not just you imagining things. YouTube is forcing people to turn off their ad blockers, recommending bad content, removing user feedback, allowing progressively worse advertisers on their platform, and trying to keep up with every new trend in video. I hate to be
the whole... Okay, I like softcore porn as much as the next person that can see real porn. I mean that, you know, I like watching softcore porn. Sex is fun to me to watch. However, the whole whisper in somebody's ear and make them feel like something is crawling up their motherfucking neck. No, that shit don't turn me on at all. But let's continue.
Be the one to tell you, but it's not going to get better from here.
I get that they're not removing the button. Apparently the button's still going to be there, but it's not going to do anything.
YouTube has confirmed that it is experimenting with blocking some users with ad blockers enabled from watching.
Yeah, so if you don't know the recent discourse, YouTube is actually starting to block ad block, and is Louis Rossman, who is kind of a libertarian, actually like to say that they're looking for, instead of trying to go out and find new revenue, they're looking for change in the couch. And that's leaving YouTube in a bad situation. And so, yeah, it's not looking good for YouTube. But let's go.
Watching videos on the platform.
The update from YouTube is that the dislike button is staying, but the dislike counts will now be private.
This video is not the billionth episode of YouTuber Complains About YouTube. Instead, I want to look at the 4 business fundamentals driving decisions that is already making the platform worse for creators and viewers. My own controversial opinion on this is that YouTube has become trapped actually paying creators too much, which is a really dumb thing to say as a full-time YouTube creator.
So, really, are YouTubers being paid too much? Are they? I mean, like, if I want this to replace my job, and if you want to actually help, you can actually always subscribe to my Patreon or my Twitch, YouTube memberships. I got all type of shit. Oh, please, YouTube kept pulling, so the tick remove videos in my feed. Yes. We're just talking about the financial decisions right here, Joe. We're not talking about the social ramifications, because YouTube can't be held responsible for that shit. Safe harbor protections and everything, right? Let's go.
But by the end of this video, you might just agree with me. YouTube has monopolized the online video sharing market. The runners-up, TikTok, Facebook, Bilibili, and Twitch don't even come close in terms of total engagement.
Wait, Bilibili, like, that's... I only know that as like a anime platform. Oh shit, is it a real social media platform? Oh shit, okay. All right, wow, I didn't know that. Wow, okay. Okay, let's just go.
Of these companies, only Meta's Facebook competes with YouTube's core offering of user-generated video on demand, but that is secondary to Facebook's core functionality of keeping up to date with what the boomers are angry about.
So yeah, this is actually really true. Most of the videos on demand content that you see on Facebook are just like people doing like live videos. I think I may actually like extend my like if you follow the channel long enough, you'll know that I actually have had I've had my live streams linked to Facebook, and yeah, I'm still gonna actually do it. I'm gonna continue to do it, but I need to pay for the restream, man. Right now, money is looking a little bit funny. All right, let's go. But yeah, no, it's a great way of expanding, and Facebook actually has a great monetization system for people that stream games live, but they're just not known for it. In some ways, it's actually better than Twitch. But let's go.
All of the other platforms operate in a niche, like short-form content on TikTok, live video streaming on Twitch, and servicing the Chinese market for Bilibili. These sites don't compete with YouTube, but YouTube does compete with them. Months after TikTok started gaining market dominance, YouTube reacted by launching YouTube Shorts. And the site also competes directly with Twitch for live stream content. Having monopolized the market for video streaming, moving into these other niches was good, but it created the first reason why YouTube has to get worse. It's doing everything badly instead of one thing well. Despite its dominance, there are certain video categories that YouTube has failed dramatically to break into.
Exactly.
The biggest missed opportunity is premium paid content. YouTube operates by making a tiny amount of money off a massive amount of people, and that...
Wait, why did she come out dirty like that? I'm so confused. I'm sorry, it's just like some of the videos that you see. Anyway, no, this is actually true. Like YouTube, their live streaming is actually great. They, in a little bit, they kind of now have better discoverability than Twitch, and also with the whole letting your subscribers know when you're live is actually a lot better than what you see with Twitch. But the email communication is just horrible. But it is getting better. But it'll never be the place for Twitch because, let's face it, Twitch has more of, Twitch has more of the audience that Twitch actually has cultivated is a lot of left-wing people. Like, that's why their moderation is so moderation. So they have a lot of left-wing people. A lot of the right-wing people either stayed on YouTube or just migrated back or got kicked off and went to even more extreme platforms.
means the content on their site is necessarily low budget. The largest creators on the platform may wow viewers with how much they spend on their videos, but even Mr. Beast is only creating something that is akin to a mid-budget reality TV show.
Exactly.
He also produces less content than a similar show that would air on traditional media outlets because his videos are shorter and released less frequently.
So that's the thing. YouTube did actually like it made it where you are the star. You're the TV. But you get just like a mid-budget reality TV show, and then you just realize how fucked YouTube is as far as how much content put out. I try to put out 3 episodes, 3 live streams a week, and if I could, I would try to split those off to more of like at least a video a day. But even still, those aren't compared to like a nightly news commentary show, it's nowhere near. Now, if you have big production companies, yeah, like you can actually do it a little bit better. But right now, YouTube can't compare to the behemoth that network television is, or even just traditional broadcasters are. But let's continue.
Paid subscription streaming services or cable TV stations bring in a lot more money on a per-viewer basis than YouTube because everybody that uses their platform pays for it. A web-based service like Netflix also has an expense advantage over YouTube on their content side. Netflix has to pay more to produce or license its content, where YouTube gets it for free from people uploading to their platform, but in return, Netflix has a more curated library of high-value content. In a Bloomberg feature from 2013, the company revealed that it compressed its entire library of movies and TV shows into a 2.75 petabyte master catalog. That's 2,800 times a terabyte, which is how much storage most high-end personal devices have. Since that report, there's been no reliable updates to the actual size of the Netflix library, but the number of movies and shows offered has actually shrunk since then. Compression has gotten better, and Netflix has not rolled out any new features like higher resolution that would.
So that's interesting. Netflix, when they were, I mean, like, we all heard the whole story about Netflix being in financial trouble and shit like that. But how much of it is actually just hype, and how much of it is just like, yeah, we just don't want to pay these motherfuckers. They get rid of a lot of shows where are like a lot of fan favorites. Like, don't get me wrong, like Netflix do be fucking up, but it's just like a lot of it is just like, is it them trying to cut costs, or is it them are really in financial trouble, or like what I suspect is they're just trying to please the shareholders. But I don't know. But let's go.
Demand more storage. YouTube has that much data uploaded to its servers every single day. Netflix and other streaming services pay for their content through licensing deals. YouTube pays for its content by handling billions of videos that will never get a single view, so they can keep the tiny fraction of videos that do bring in revenue. Making a little bit of revenue from a lot of people is not as scalable as making a lot of revenue from a few people. Despite its undisputed market dominance, YouTube makes roughly 1/4 the revenue of Netflix, which operates in a market with roughly a dozen strong competitors. There are no new people left to sign up to YouTube. Everybody that wants to watch videos on the internet will already use it unless they live in a country where their access is restricted. When billions of gigabytes worth of data are being uploaded on servers every day, the only thing the company has left to do is switch from getting more users to getting more out of the users they have. The first way they did that was by offering more options. Now on YouTube, you can watch short form, live streams, and pay-per-view movies, in addition to regular user-made videos on demand that people typically came to YouTube to watch. There's only so much space on the site's home screen and recommendation sidebars, so all of these options are leaving less room for the stuff that people usually came to YouTube for.
So that's actually really, really telling, because what I get from that, they sunk a lot of cash into repurposing the Egyptian theater in Hollywood. I didn't know that. I know they actually did try to get a lot of their TV shows to be produced in where they actually try to get them into movie theaters, like for Oscar bait and shit like that. I know that is something that happened. So yeah, I didn't know that they that's what happened with some of the stuff that they did. But what was I saying? Yeah, and it would show their movies on weekdays showing the inside. Yeah, $50 million. They could have bought like 3 Dave Chappelle's. No, that's just one Dave Chappelle's. I guess one Dave Chappelle or 3/4 of Dave Chappelle with inflation. I don't know. I'm being an asshole. Let's go.
With more competition than ever and less real estate on the site to fight over, even respectable creators have had to resort to clickbait thumbnails and videos that they know will do well. The site,
I mean, like, at least how money works is being honest. They do clickbait shit, like they do. But let's go.
Is also fighting itself for parts of your screen that actually makes it money. For those of you brave enough to use YouTube without an ad blocker, the site has been trying to push larger banner ads into the limited screen space it still has left, only splitting people's attention even more. For those of you who do use an ad blocker, don't feel too smug just yet, because it's time to learn how money works to find out why YouTube has to get worse. This week's lesson is sponsored by Trade Coffee. Now, I know you probably already know this by now, but I drink a lot of coffee in order to keep up with all the work I'm doing on this channel and my newly launched newsletter, Compounded Daily. But I've been sticking with the same.
So I wonder, and this is just me. I'm not speculating. I'm just speculating. I'm not saying one way or another. So this channel, I watch it. It was another channel I watched called Business Basics, and it kind of was the way it first started. it started off like it seems like it was just one person doing it. Then it started to seem like it was more of a content farm than anything. Like, I don't know, and I'm not saying this creator per se, but it seems like a lot of creators, they get a big channel, start hiring a lot of staff, and then they I don't know, they kind of, I don't know, lose the plot. I don't know. I'm not, you know, the whole Illuminati thing kind of like put a lot of stuff in perspective, I should say. Let's go.
Coffee for a while. I mostly just drink the same boring coffee just to get me going. But now, since I've been using Trade Coffee, my old coffee just seems gross and disgusting. Trade Coffee has made coffee exciting again, connecting me with over 450 coffees from over 55 roasters including dark roasts, espressos, blends, and rare roasts. Their matching algorithm curates the perfect coffee match for you based on your taste preferences. For example, I enjoy a dark roast with a comforting and rich taste, so Trade matched me with Mother Tongue Coffee's Nebula Dark Roast, and it was incredible. One thing I've learned very quickly is fresh coffee is better coffee, and the coffee will always be shipped within 48 hours of being roasted. Get a free bag of coffee with any subscription.
Alright, I'm letting their ad play because, I mean, like, I like their channel and I don't want to, like, seem like I'm just stealing content, but, yeah, usually I would skip through this ad. Yeah, I was never a coffee drinker myself. I don't know, I do enjoy the shit out of tea. Like, man, give me some tea any day of the motherfucking week. Well, let's go.
Subscription purchase by going to drinktrade.com/howmanyworks. With free shipping, customizable plans, and anytime cancellation, Trade is making it easier to discover better coffee. YouTube does have a premium subscription service that costs $13.99 a month.
Yeah, it was up from 11. Yeah, up from 11. $13.99, up from 11. Well, let's go.
Which is more expensive than the cheapest Netflix plan, which is $6.99 a month with ads, but cheaper than their standard plan, which is $15.49 a month, which would be the most fair comparison because one of the biggest perks of YouTube Premium is the elimination of ads. YouTube Premium is actually a great service, and despite a common misconception, it still helps creators because Google splits premium revenue with creators the same way they split ad revenue. But it remains very unpopular, with less than 1% of users paying for a premium subscription to use the site because people are less likely to pay for something they are used to getting for free. And that's why the second reason YouTube has to get worse is all about the content. Most of the content you watch will be made by the top 1% of creators. According to the analytics firm PEX, less than 12% of videos uploaded to the site get more than 1,000 views, and only 0.77% of videos uploaded get over 100,000 views.
So yeah, my videos are in that less than what is that? Less than I don't get any play at all. But yeah, we're still trucking, we're still driving. By the way, like, share, subscribe, and if you're watching the live stream, hit that like button. Alright, let's go.
The report also discovered that those videos which accounted for less than 1% of total uploads received 75% of all viewership. Creators making these videos consistently are doing it as at least a full-time job, and some make it a full-on business with employees helping them to make videos. The people you watch most are financially dependent on your viewership, so when the platform they built their audience with changed its business strategy from getting more users to getting more money out of existing users, the creators had to follow suit. Advertisers can now more carefully select exactly who they want to target with YouTube with their ads. But since YouTube, through a Google account, doesn't actually collect much information about their users directly, they have to figure it out based on what they are watching. Certain, safe, advertiser-friendly niches now attract a lot more money than they have ever before as YouTube becomes a more mainstream advertising platform. But a lot of creators in other content niches are getting no revenue at all.
I need to do the Jerry Springer thing. Oh God, no, I don't like that much drama. I just do not like that much drama. Well, okay, I lied. I love that much drama. I just don't partake in it because I would become addicted to that much drama. I'm gonna be honest. I will become addicted to that much drama. That's just me. But yeah, no, I get it. I get it. But I'd rather do streams where I'm being myself instead of like being like crazy or just being just totally fucking insane.
Oh man.
You don't have to feel sorry for me, but my other channel, How History Works, does really well, getting about 50,000 views or more per video. But since most of history is pretty dark and advertisers don't want their brand associated with dark content, there is no way that anybody would be able to live on the revenue from that channel. Charlie Munger, the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, said that in business, if you show me the incentive, I will show you the outcome. YouTubers have been incentivized to make safer, longer, more advertiser-friendly content, so they have reacted by doing just that. The channels that do make this kind of content have been greatly rewarded with more lucrative revenue shares and more valuable sponsorship deals. This has enabled top creators to not only make content by hiring bigger teams, but also make content with a larger budget. Whether a bigger budget means better content, I will talk about soon. On the other hand, channels that don't make this kind of content won't make as much money and won't be able to create content as a full-time job. And they certainly won't be able to hire people to help make more videos. So this naturally led to less of the kind of content that YouTube first became famous for.
Yeah.
Instead of making the risque and unrefined.
So, in other words, advertisers wanted to make brand safe content, which people are doing. They're making brand safe content, but in the end, it's just caused YouTube to become more sterilized with, you know, brand safe shit where YouTube was originally content about you and how you wanted to, like, you know, be the star and shit like that.
In videos, the creators that drive most of the engagement on the site have been rewarded by making copies of the cheapest programming you would see on television: reality shows, talk shows, and news. Some of this content is very good, and it's—
oh yeah, no, this shit is cheap as hell. I am a cheap bastard. This is effectively a talk show, it's a commentary show, and you're watching me do live streams. Like, yeah, of course, I will agree to that. I don't think I would be able to do big budget shit, even like acting shit, along with working on my job and, you know, supreme editing. Like, I can barely get myself and my editor to in sync to be able to edit properly. There's a video that we did probably about 2 weeks ago that we still haven't put up because that outside of working and taking care of real life, this shit right now don't make as much money. It doesn't make us any money, but we persist because, you know, he wants to help out the channel and I want to leave my job. Well, let's go.
It's impressive how far some creators can stretch their budgets, but they still don't have the same resources as a program with dedicated funding. A lot of content has become the worst of both platforms. They have the safe formulaic nature of program television, but without the budget. Ask yourself honestly, if YouTube wasn't right there for free on your computer or in your pocket, how much of the content that you consume would you actually sit down on the couch at the end of the day and watch? If you were brave enough, share your answers in the comments. And don't worry, my feelings won't be hurt if you wouldn't tune in to me, weekdays at 6. In addition to pushing content that is easier to run commercial breaks on, YouTube is making it harder to avoid those commercial breaks altogether. Ad blockers are the most cost-effective way to browse the internet ad-free, but most legacy media companies like news publishers have started cracking down on this practice by introducing ad blocker blockers. YouTube, which is owned by one of the biggest tech companies in the world, could easily introduce the same restrictions to increase their revenue per user, but they haven't yet for 2 reasons. Less people than you would expect are actually using ad blockers. According to multiple surveys run by Business Insider Intelligence, HubSpot, and CNET, only about 40% of internet users are running an adblock extension on their browser. For YouTube, it was easier to simply push more ads to the people that were not using ad blockers. The first reason is that it reduced audience pushback and made it less likely that another competitor would emerge to host the audience that wasn't willing to watch ads. From a commercial perspective, those viewers may have had a negative—
Look, I have a YouTube Premium. I thought they was about to push an ad. I was like, what the fuck? I have YouTube Premium. All right, let's go.
value, but maintaining a monopoly on content meant maintaining a monopoly on an audience as well. The second reason was because of the YouTube ads algorithm. You have all heard of the YouTube algorithm, which decides which thumbnails you are displayed, but you might not know that what ads get shown to you goes through a similar process. YouTube doesn't make money on ads until one of 3 things happens. The first thing is that you watch an ad for more than 30 seconds. The second is that you watch the entire ad if it is less than 30 seconds long, or the third is if you actually click on the ad. If you skip the ad as soon as you can, YouTube does not charge the advertiser and no money is paid. The YouTube ad algorithm has a very simple objective: maximize revenue. That means it has to show you the ad that is paying the highest rate that is most likely to get you to watch the whole thing all the way through. So if you are wondering why ads have become so obnoxiously attention-grabbing recently, now you know.
Oh fuck. I'm glad that I have YouTube Premium. I'm not gonna lie, I have a YouTube Premium for shit like that because I fucking hate ads. I have the one thing that I don't have an ad, like I'm not ad free on, is Hulu. That's because I get the shit for free with my cell phone plan, and I fucking hate ads. I have the Netflix with don't have ads. I have Crunchyroll that don't have ads. And the sad part about it is, if I didn't watch the shit, I would like get rid of it. But I guess let's go.
No. Viewers that use ad blockers were a small part of the audience that would make a lot of noise and also be the least likely to engage with ad content in any meaningful way, so there wasn't much of an advantage to banning their use. But now that YouTube is basically unchallenged, it's starting to change that policy by slowly blocking ad blockers in test markets before it rolls it out worldwide. This is all a part of what the science fiction author and journalist Cory Doctorow coined as the enshittification of online platforms in an infamous article he wrote for Wired at the beginning of this year. According to Doctorow, new platforms offer useful products and services at a loss as a way to gain new users. Once users are logged in, the platform then offers access to the user base to suppliers at a loss. And once the suppliers are logged in, the platform shifts surpluses to shareholders. Enshittified platforms, which act as intermediaries like YouTube does between content creators and viewers, can functionally act as both a monopoly on services and a monopsony on customers, as high switching costs prevent either from leaving even when alternatives technically exist. Enshittification has happened to every new technology platform that offered a service that seemed too good to be true, and senior management at YouTube has a fiduciary duty to shareholders to make it happen here too. A controversial solution that is going to win me no friends amongst my fellow content creators is just to pay creators less. Currently, creators that are a part of the YouTube...
So, this is, what's up, Icon? I saw your, I actually saw your video. I be trying to catch as many of your videos as you can, man. One day we're going to have you on the channel just to shoot the shit. But yeah. Yeah, I have Spotify, but that's because I actually listen to music. And it's certain music that's not on YouTube that I want to actually. You would think it'd be like bad music, but no, it's like certain music that is not on YouTube, and yeah, I have Spotify for that shit.
To partner program get 55% of net revenues from ads displayed on their long-form videos, and 45% of the revenue from the Shorts ad pool prorated on their share of views. YouTubers are more stuck on this platform than viewers, and if people think of it as a place to share videos that they are proud of instead of a place where they can get rich, it'll greatly improve the content quality on the platform. It's that slow and steady approach that saved another one of America's most powerful companies in the world from not only 1, but 5 market crashes, only where YouTube has only been around for...
No, go ahead, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your day. And yeah, Netflix has ads. It's the cheapest plan, but they have ads now. They done turned it to Hulu.
For 18 years, this company has survived for 154. So go and watch my new video over on How History Works to find out how Goldman got its sacks. And remember, if you want to watch these videos daily and get daily articles that will never be made into videos for YouTube, then subscribe to my new email newsletter Compounded Daily to keep on learning how money works.
Alright, so that was an interesting video. That was interesting. Like I said, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. And yeah, no. I actually like watching how money works. I enjoy the channel. But anyway, guys, will the platform of YouTube get better before it gets worse? Can you still like make a living off of YouTube? Is it still as like volatile as is it still more volatile than having a real job? Tune in next time if Crimson starts to get more than 1,000 subscribers. And you know what that means. Like, share, and subscribe, and all that other good shit. We're gonna cut this video segment here. Oh, man. Yeah, Netflix has ads. If you didn't know, Netflix has ads. Now you know. I been doing a lot of just watching videos, keeping up on anime. This cold is just kicking my ass, man. But anyway, how's everybody else been doing today? I was talking to a friend on my way home today, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just like, I don't know if I'm ready for motherfucking Christmas season. If we ain't speaking of the motherfucking non-existent devil, what's up, dude? Hey, when are we gonna put your torturing on the channel? We waiting for that video, man. We waiting for that video. We waiting for how you deal with the bullshit of Andrew Tate. Oh shit. I may actually restart the whole I may restart the Max Payne playthrough if I can actually get over this motherfucking cold. But yeah. Oh man. I want to actually do this video. I've had it on my playlist for a while. And let's actually do this. Alright. Oh wow, I gotta cut that shit out. So what I have been doing as of late is just where the online discourse doesn't piss me off. It was a reason why I quite literally sometimes I just have to take a break from watching like politics from YouTube, so I stick my head in anime or how to build a cabin out in the wild and shit like that, because sometimes this online politics just pisses me the fuck off. And so this is a video where we're gonna have our boy Des Tiny in a Jubilee video where it's gonna be white liberals versus black conservatives. Oh boy, let's see how this shit pans out. I don't think I'll make it through the whole video. Let me speed it up just a little bit. Let's go.
This is the 112th episode of Moneyground, and we want you to help us decide what the next 112 episodes will be. Join our Moneyground Patreon community and make Moneyground with us.
No, I can't watch this that fast. Alright. Look.
I was chosen to read the following prompt.
Okay, wow, this is great. Let's go.
White Americans have way more advantages than black Americans.
I think I'm a rarity here.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go.
Seems so.
Do white Americans have more advantages because they're white, or do just white Americans have advantages because of historic factors? I think that people want to argue at the end of the day over whether it's because you're white or not. I think that the answer is because you're white in the past, and that's how it kind of carries over to today. You know, even in times of the United States history where black people tried to build wealth, you know, with the Tulsa riots and everything, where, yeah, that this wealth has been destroyed, and something that's
So here's the thing, and like, I want to say this. And I'm gonna catch flack for this bullshit, right? All right. I will admit that I don't think that Destiny's a racist. I think he's a petty bitch. I'm just like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he's a petty bitch, and like that's not saying that. Oh yeah, fuck him and shit like that. No, I think he's just a petty bitch, and like that's fine. And like spiteful as hell. Like no, I don't think he's this avid racist that so many people want to actually tar him with. But I just think he's petty a lot at times, and that doesn't endear him to the left because the left online wants people to be ooh woo soft boys and not one have any sorts of like convention of a spine, and two they're kind of pretty weak, especially online leftists, where if you have any sort of confidence, you're seen as toxic. And it's like, I don't like how so many people try to live up to the stereotype of the leftists online, and they're fucking being a stereotype of what true motherfucking people are. And then they're just nasty pieces of shit. They're only doing it for the aesthetic of seeming like they're being ooh soft boys. But I'm already on a ramble. Let's go.
Upsetting to me is when conservatives talk about how we can't blame the past for what's happening in the present. That is true to some extent, but then in the next breath they'll talk about how important it is to have dual parent households, how important it is to have a strong family, to have responsibility passed on from parent to child. And we've seen in the past that because of racial issues, that process has been severely disrupted.
The funny thing is that agreeing with all these things is when I did my research when I was younger, which arrived me to my standpoint of being a conservative, because I believed it was racist, Democrat, liberal ideologies and policies dating all the way back to the 1800s, all the way up to the 1960s, and then the purported big switch. But I think it was more so when Democrats decided to be a bit more cloak and dagger about it.
No, that's not how that worked out, dog. That's not at all how that worked out. Yes, okay. Is it the ship of Theseus problem? Kind of. But conservatives outright said that we're going to be the party of motherfucking racist in order to get the southern vote. Like, you can't just say no, they're just cloak and dagger with the shit. Like, no, it literally happened. You admit that this shit happens. But all right, let's go. God, this is gonna be painful.
Their true opinions of black people and be more secretive and more, we want to help you by doing these things and seeing them as inferior.
Doing what things?
Affirmative action, welfare, all sorts of things.
Welfare isn't just for black people. Oh my God, I want people to stop saying this bullshit. Welfare isn't just for black people. How fucking stupid is that, man? Oh my God, like, this is so fucking stupid. Welfare is for poor people. That's what it's for. But, okay, let's go.
Eventually ruin our culture in places where we are now.
So
but
Alec, oh, he was the one that was talking to Ben Shapiro and made him like a piece of shit. Okay, cool.
I want to get back to the history of it because we're talking about...
Well, I just want to make sure we're clear. Giving them money hurt them, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, giving them, because if your father's out of the home, that's when we give you the money. If you're living in this housing,
so then give them the money while the dad's
rent-free,
well, then give them the money while the dad's in the home.
If you're working...
So, yeah, this is stupid because here's the thing. A lot of people claim that the father wasn't in the home, but in reality, he was. And then they started having it where, oh, we're going to make sure that... Like, no, motherfuckers were poor. How the fuck you gonna... The fuck? Okay, yeah, I forgot he's cursed. He's heavily corrupted. All right, let's go.
So
this
give
amount of
them the-
hours and getting less than this amount of
You're
dollars,
throwing-
you're getting money
you're
from the
throwing
government.
the
Yes,
baby-
it is
you're
incentivizing.
throwing the baby out with the
it is-
bathwater.
I don't even know what that means in this scenario because yes,
You're throwing.
Okay. Stop, dude. Shut the fuck up. What do you mean you don't know what that means in that scenario? Give people money. Don't sit back and just say, "Oh, well, you're not poor enough." I literally have a friend who works in an industry that may help poor people, and for people to say like it's fucking ridiculous to actually have it where people have to prove how poor you are in order to get motherfucking benefit that should be free to anybody who needs motherfucking help. But what about the people who don't need help? That just may be taking care of the system. Motherfucker, if you really think that that's what people will do, then I'm sorry. If they are in a situation where they feel like they need to lie to get ahead, then this is even a worse problem. But let's continue.
You want to talk about throwing babies out with the
let me break this
bathwater?
down for
Margaret
you.
Sanger wanted to exterminate the black race because she thought they were weeds. So yeah, we can literally talk about throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
I mean, like, this is that bullshit that a lot of people actually sit back and say with that whole eugenics shit. It wasn't just, and I hate to say it like this, it wasn't just black people she was saying that about. She was saying that about a lot of poor people. That being said, still, what the fuck are you using that for? Why would you just go there? You're talking in talking points, dog. You're doing just talking points. Why the fuck should I listen to you if you're just speaking in talking points?
That's what Margaret Sanger, that's what Democrat policies wanted to do to my people. So that's why I feel so strongly about it, because it is these policies that date back centuries that were built off of the death and poverty of my people.
Let's take a breath. So,
I'm breathing.
Okay.
So,
You just said, let's take a breath. Yeah, exactly. Let's go. Let's go.
a lot of babies aren't, but I am, sadly.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. So these motherfucking fake ass motherfucking Christians that claim to care about black babies and all that other good bullshit, where if they read their book, that their Bible doesn't say that, oh, you should protect babies. Like, no, they give you an abortion formula in the Bible. That shit it is literally an abortion formula in the Bible. These motherfuckers don't read their book. They don't care. They just really, when it comes down to, the right to choose, this is about punishing sluts. That's all it's about. It's about how they just want to punish women for the crime of having sex. And what about punishing men? Well, then, no, don't punish the men. The men just have to go out and have sex. That's just a thing that happens. Well, let's go.
When I say throw the baby out with the bathwater, you want to completely get rid of welfare, okay? Or at least I don't want to put that on you, you haven't said that, but the conservative apparatus does, clearly. So giving money to a group of people does not hurt them.
I mean,
It
sure,
can't.
if you're talking about a lottery,
It
just,
literally
hey, take
can't.
money. But
Yes.
there are strings
Take money.
attached to that money.
Take all the
there
money.
There are strings attached
Give
to
them
that
millions. Make them all millionaires. I don't care. Giving money to black people does not hurt them.
And that has
thinking
not
that-
happened, though. That has not happened.
What do you mean?
That has not happened. It hasn't been a
You're saying
reparations. It hasn't been this
so
or that.
what
It has
you're
been a
saying
welfare program.
You are upset about welfare, but now you're saying that, no, we need to do motherfucking reparations? Make up your motherfucking mind, you dumb piece of shit. It's just like it's a fucking child. You explain a point to somebody, and then they hop to another point. Oh my God, I cannot watch the rest of this shit. Oh my God, come on, let's go.
Great Societies Act that was built off of the idea of, hey, we get these families split up, we get these
So
people
then let
living
them
here.
keep the family together and keep all the money.
I mean,
There you go.
I guess
Boom,
so,
done.
but I guarantee you,
I guess
there's
so.
no way that
Why
would
would you
happen.
not advocate for that?
So in your, I guess, research of like history of this country and everything, do you find like the Reconstruction era and like the failures of like what it wanted to be and then what it ended up being, and then which led into, had downstream effects to enter into the Jim Crow era, and you have policies like redlining that influence how schools are funded. The downstream effects of slavery, do you think put black people as generally in a worse off position than white Americans?
I think generation by generation, the effects of slavery have been diluted, but generation by generation, the effects of racism, welfare-based policies, and things of that nature became even more great. So,
dude, like, what the hell? Black people aren't the main ones on welfare, you dumb fuck. I need you to understand that. Like, oh my God, is he really this so fucking stupid? Does he think that it's just black people that's on welfare? Oh my God. He must really think that it's only black folks on welfare. This is just sad. All right, let's go.
So in the 1880s or so, when we had our first black members of Congress, which were indeed Republicans, I think that was a great start for things. But obviously, we had terrible things that happened.
So, like, and this is like that whole cognitive dissonance bullshit that, like, a lot of these guys actually try to do. Well, the Republicans were good and Democrats were bad, but then the Republicans were good and then Democrats are bad, and like now they're bad too, and like this shit sounds stupid. It's totally ahistorical. Hold on, let's go.
Like the Tulsa massacre, among black people being chased out of their homes by the KKK.
Sure.
All funded by the Democrat Party, all supported by the Democrat Party.
Well, I need to stop you there. Can you attribute not to the party but to the ideology? Because I think when you think, regardless of whatever the party switch was, traditionally conservative values did not that's more aligned with more racist policies in this country.
It's very difficult to compare 2020's conservatism to 1880s conservatism.
Because 1880s conservatives, they were the Democratic Party. And now that it's the motherfucking, like, oh my God, he's so fucking stupid. Okay. Wow, he's dumb. How do you get this dumb? Alright, let's go.
Oh, I was loving the 1v4.
So personally, I feel like there's really only one thing that white people have a true advantage over black people with, and it's that white people are less likely to be forced into a box. It happens with black people onto other black people, but it especially happens with white liberals onto black conservatives, where we are told that we are supposed to think a certain way, be a certain way, and if we're not, then we're called all these names like etc. And the worst of all is bootlicker, because I hate when a white liberal tells me as a black man that I'm a bootlicker, because then I ask, whose boot am I licking? Because you're telling me as a white person that...
Shut the fuck up, dude. No. Stop. Just stop. Stop. Just stop. Oh my God, you know exactly what is being said. You know exactly what's being meant. And for you to act like that, stop. You're being disingenuous. You're being fucking disingenuous. You know you're being disingenuous. So let's go.
Me, as a black person, that I'm licking your boot because I don't think in this box that you want me to frame my mentality in, that to me is real racism. And that's what we need to stop allowing to happen to us, because black people are so quick now to not branch out and to have new ways of thinking, or to go into careers like agriculture and these other career paths that black people don't typically get into. It's not.
I mean, like the last time we was forced into agriculture, it has turned out well for us. Oh my God. He's really going there, man. He's really going there. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Shit. I thought it was worse than this. I am obviously wrong. Let's go.
Not because of racism stopping them from getting in there. It's because we're told for so long that you have to follow this path and you have to think a certain way.
I think America is a great place for a black person. I think I'm an American. Anything that's available to you is available to me. And
I've personally never experienced white people having way more privileges than me. Like, I'm sure you could find certain institutions where black people are treated differently. But in general, I don't think that I've missed out on anything because of being black. And if anything, it's given me more of a voice because people will want to hear what I say now because I'm black. So if anything, I have more of a platform now just on the basis of being a black conservative and saying what's not popular than I would if I was just a white person who was also conservative.
affirmative action?
So, here's the thing. A lot of this bullshit. Wait, what is? A lot of this bullshit that they're saying is just survivor bias. It's just survivor bias. That's all it is. It's just like, well, it didn't happen to me, so it must not have happened. And that is so fucking telling of these people and how they feel about the world. But let's go. I agree with the Supreme Court decision to end affirmative action. Okay, let's go. Let's see what they're about to say.
I think I'm not going to start. Someone else can start. Sorry.
I think affirmative action has served its purpose. I think that it was necessary for a particular time, and I think that every black person knows how to get into college. I mean, you could pull out the names, the Oprah, President Obama. You can pull out the head of Time
Woman, those are the exceptions, not the fucking rule. For you to actually sit back and say like, oh no, it's because they're doing great, and because all of these people are doing great, then it must mean that everybody's doing great. And it's just like you sound fucked up, for real. You sound fucked up.
A pilgrim approaches, yes. My past? I was a scholar, vizier
Let's
to the
go.
King of Ophir.
Warner was black man, Forbes was black man. We know what to do now. We don't need affirmative action anymore. And to me, affirmative action is offensive sometimes, especially nowadays, because I have 6 children and 2 boys, 4 girls. And all of them went to Harvard and Columbia and this one and that one. And
So, I'm sorry. Bitch, you rich. Like, the fuck? Like, you rich. If you have 6 kids and they went to Harvard and Yale, you're rich. You don't have the typical experience that everybody has in this country. Again, it's that survivorship bullshit. And then you want to say that, oh, because you're not doing, because you didn't have the same results that I have, then it must be your fault. It must be y'all problem. You are literally rich if you have more than 1 kid to go to Harvard and Yale. Not only are you rich, but you have, it sounds as if you have legacy enrollment. Well, let's continue.
breaks my heart to think that they accomplished that goal of getting into these institutions just because of the color of their skin.
I can definitely say that it creates.
That's not what affirmative action is. Why the fuck would you say that? That's not at all what it is. And you know that's not at all what it is. You know what happens is with affirmative action, it's the fact that they have to get seen too. Not that, you know, you get it over being black. That's not what affirmative action is. And if you think you're a token hire, if you think you are a token person to actually get a job or a position in school because of that, then give your position up to somebody else. That's not what affirmative action was. And for somebody like this to quote unquote be as smart as she is, to sit back and act as if, oh no, it was, they only got it because they were black. We have evidence of where, because you have a black sounding name, you weren't able to you were you know, your job, your resume wasn't seen. We have this shit.
I will feast on
and it wasn't even that long ago. But for you to act as if that, oh no, it's just, yeah, they just, you know, they're making the shit up. Man, fuck you. Alright, let's go.
It's a lot of tension when you have affirmative action. I remember my first week at the University of Illinois, I was sitting with some classmates and a white student turned to me and jokingly like, hey Xavier, like, did you just attach a smiley face when you applied for this college? And I started asking what he meant, and he said to me that he was like, you're black, I'm assuming you had decent grades. You could have just attached a smiley face and you would have gotten into the university.
So you took one mother, I don't even know if I motherfucking believe this story. I don't even know if I believe this motherfucking story. But you took that shit as, oh yeah, somebody just, wow. You really took that as, you took that shit as that. Okay. Damn, like, how fucked up are you that you literally took that story as that? I don't even know if I believe the shit that he's saying. Fuck, to be a black conservative, do I have to be stupid too? Do I have to be fucking gullible to actually believe or misrepresent shit? Because all of these motherfuckers just seem gullible and just, I don't know, it's just, let's go.
So I was livid by that, and I went off. I started naming all of my accomplishments, and I felt so confident only for about an hour. Because then an hour later, I started saying to myself, like, wow, like, did I actually earn my way in here? I started to have this insecurity, and I started wondering to myself, did I earn this position myself, or did my ancestors' suffering earn this for me?
And two, I've seen it in the sense of like,
what the fuck? Damn it, these motherfuckers. Like, really? You just gonna go right there? That's where you're gonna go. Did my ancestors' suffering earn this position for me? If we as human beings threw out everything that our ancestors actually learned and suffered for, and we were upset that we had to like do it all on our own, we wouldn't have accomplished shit as human beings. But you know, reasons and shit like that. You got too much pride and you thinking that hard work is for hard work's sake is actually great. Go ahead and keep believing that shit. Go ahead and keep believing hard work for hard work's sake is a good and noble thing. Go ahead, you can go ahead. You can keep that. What do I get around that? Let's go.
Affirmative action taking away from other people who are minorities. Like I had a friend who was Asian and he in high school and he really wanted to go to MIT. That was his dream school. He interned there. He was super like prepared to go there and he didn't get in. And you can only assume that it was because of affirmative action because they have such a large Asian population that they want to admit other people.
Yeah, I was going to actually argue that it's more racist nowadays because it excludes so many Asian Americans from getting into universities who do deserve a spot and they can't get in because of affirmative action, which again, like you were saying, was necessary at the time. Yeah. But now it's like anybody, if you have the skills to do it and you're in America, you can get in.
I don't think affirmative action is the worst thing, considering all the different types or aspects of a background you might take into account when somebody's getting into college, whether they were in certain clubs, you know, Boy Scouts, what type of classes they took, that might not be available to everybody.
Why does the okay. So this actually just proves my point more and more with Destiny, is that more and more I just think that he is somebody who does shit and just gets upset about shit just out of spite. I know, I said it before, but it's just like, I think if you have a serious conversation with him, he can actually be reasonable, but when you start just accusing him of just being like a liberal and fascist, then you kind of get him being just Destiny the asshole. But let's go.
I don't think that factoring in the affirmative action is necessarily a bad thing, but I feel like because of everything you guys have said, the optics behind it are so horrible today that even if it is slightly beneficial in the long run for certain people, I think we can probably refocus most of that into figuring out like the class that people come from, the neighborhoods, the backgrounds or whatever, without it having to necessarily target race. The only thing that I kind of wonder now that it's gone is instead of a black person being in school thinking like, man, am I here because I'm an affirmative action pick, is it going to be a kid that is poor or a kid that's from a different zip code?
I think we should do away with all of it. Just like submit an application.
No. If you are one of those people that thinks that the United States is a meritocracy, fuck you. There are people who have lived their lives being the fucking best motherfucking student that they can be, being just out and out motherfucking awesome with, you know, their, you know, grades and shit like that. But when it comes down to it, because they weren't born in the right zip code, because they didn't have the right connections, they will live in poverty. They will live in just fucked up ass conditions because they didn't have the fortunate opportunity enough to fall out the right vagina. So miss me with that, oh, America is a meritocracy type bullshit. It's not. It's never been. Well, let's continue.
No demographics. Why do they ask your sexuality? Like, why do they ask all this?
So,
because people have been discriminated because of that. That's why they ask. God damn, is that so hard for you to understand that shit? But let's go.
Affirmative action accomplished its purpose, why do we still see the disparities that we do in the professional workplace? If you average white wealth and compare it to black wealth totals, white people as a whole have about 50 times greater wealth than black people as a whole per capita. So I just don't understand why you think affirmative action has accomplished its purpose. I don't see
Curious, why do you assume that just because there is a disparity means it's because of a racial issue?
What else would it be from?
I mean,
upbringing, economic abilities,
desire to
skills.
go.
This is the shit. This is the bullshit that I'm talking about, man. This is like just bullshit because then it comes down to, well, it can't be. It has to be fair. It's a just world. The world is just, and because the world is just, then it must be a problem with the people. This is that bullshit, man. The world is just. The world is a real and just place. And because the world is a real and just place, if you fucking up, it's your fault. That's the bullshit that they just did. That's the bullshit that they just did. But let's continue.
Desire to.
I mean, zip code does play a lot. If you grow up in a neighborhood that experiences a lot of trauma, you're not as likely to do as well in school, which means you're.
Why did they grow up in a neighborhood that experiences a lot of trauma?
I mean, lots of people do.
Yes, but why specifically do more black people?
Government assistance programs.
Government.
The fuck? Again, they can't fathom on their own that maybe the world is more fucked up than what they want to believe it is. Wow, this is so fucking telling of how much they want to just shit on people because of this fucking, I don't know, survivorship bias bullshit. Let's go.
Assistance programs like what?
Try redlining.
I mean, you can go into that if you'd like to, but
wait. Did he just say redlining was a government assistance program? This motherfucker said redlining was a government assistance program. What fucking crack are you smoking? Redlining was a government assistance program. Wow, my guy. Don't talk politics no more. Just don't talk politics no more.
Let's take a look at the Great Societies Act, which was created to kick black fathers out of the home and get black mothers on welfare assistance. These things aren't beneficial.
Why is it like, dude, there are more white people on welfare than there are black people. That's this whole idea that so many of these other dumb motherfuckers just forget to motherfucking explain. It's more white people on welfare than it is black people. Don't they understand that shit? Do they not get that? Let's continue.
Beneficial for economics. These things aren't beneficial for actually paving a way for success for black children and black families. I mean, reducing a two-family household to a one-family household isn't going to make them the richest man in the world. It isn't even going to get them out of high school. Nonetheless, the ability to even get to college.
You mean two-parent?
The child, yes, but a two-parent household in comparison to a one-parent household, that child is not going to be nearly as successful. That child is more disposed to being sent into prison by doing crimes or not doing very well in school. So how are they even supposed to get that, that wealth disparity shrunk if they aren't even able to get out of the community that is causing these problems for them?
Something I think that this conversation illustrates is that affirmative action is literally the very end of the line of a lot of different parts of a person's life. And by that point, trying to rectify all of the inequities that have existed, to try to remedy any of that at the very end with affirmative action, it might just be too broad a brush, and maybe we'd be better served focusing on the earlier issues than trying to throw a kid who maybe can barely read at a 6th grade level into a college to hope that that's the thing that fixes the problem at the end of the line.
I think affirmative action wasn't really supposed to send kids to Harvard that weren't prepared to go to Harvard. I think that's quite a myth, in fact.
Exactly. Fuck. Do they think that these people, do they think that they take somebody with a C or D average and just affirmative action, let's get them into Harvard, let's get them into Yale? The fact that they're just doing this whole very, very performative bullshit about somebody who had great grades was replaced by somebody who was a fucking D student. That's fucking stupid. But let's continue.
Fact, I think those that have the qualities to get to Harvard were, before affirmative action, could just completely overlooked. Clarence Thomas is the perfect example. Regardless of what you think about him, he was able to get to Harvard because of affirmative action, because it focused on finding people that were just overlooked for those.
But things.
So here's the thing, dude is absolutely right, and the motherfuckers that made it want to kick the ladder down behind him. What the fuck are you talking about? I made it, and fuck you if you didn't. And the fact that this chick is about to say something really fucking stupid, oh man, she needs to shut the fuck up. But let's go.
It ended up changing. It morphed into something else. So what started out as a good program it
morphed into something else after you took advantage of it, and you want to kick the fucking ladder down behind you. It morphed into something else.
Of giving all black people or people with a lesser chance or lesser opportunity. It started out as that, and then it morphed and I'm not sure who morphed it, but it morphed into, okay, so now we have to have one black, one Hispanic, one this, one that.
That's not how that works.
But hey, talk to the corporations, talk to the people who hire, talk to the board members who say we need.
But that's not how it works. You dumb fuck. You just literally just heard this, and then you say, but talk to the corporations. They don't do that shit. And here's the thing, if you feel that the only reason why that you're there is because some motherfucker wanted to get you as a token character, they're being racist. The fuck? Damn, this shit is stupid.
We need to have a woman on the board, we need to have a black on the board, we need to have a Latina, a Latinx.
See, she just played her hand. We need to have a black on the board. The fuck? Black person, Latino person, Hispanic person. We need to have, diversity of fucking fucking ideas and motherfucking perspectives, that's not something that is just, oh, we need to just do it because law. No, it's fucking beneficial because when you start getting everybody to think the same way, you can't come up with new ideas. God, this shit is making me stupid.
So whatever on the board. So it morphed from helping us into now
tokenization.
Yes. So you have to have one of this, one of that.
Well, when you start with a country where people only hire you if you're white, that's necessary. And I know that you said that it started good and then ended whatever. And I don't think that affirmative action was perfect by any measure, but we still see really, really bad inequality. So if you're going to get rid of affirmative action, what's the replacement?
Meritocracy.
Is people need to.
There's no meritocracy in this country.
I understand why Adam, the nurse in the panel, was so triggered. Yeah.
You look at Elon Musk, he's destroying Twitter. There's no meritocracy. That's ridiculous.
Well, first thing I want to bounce back to is it's not a myth that there are like minorities that are being put into colleges that they're not ready for. If you look at a lot of these top universities, including Harvard.
Dude, no, shut the fuck up. That's just people going into college that they're not ready for. It wouldn't be any different if they were fucking... Oh my God. He is really doing this shit. He's really saying this shit. Oh my God, this is irritating. Oh, motherfucker. Okay, let's go.
Harvard, Yale, etc., you're going to see a lot of minorities on academic probation because they are being placed in universities that they are not ready for. They are not cut out for that just yet. And it even just makes sense if you look at how much they...
Wait, what? Oh my fucking God. How... Now, he was the one that came out and says, oh, y'all called me a bootlicker. Oh, y'all said, who boots am I licking? Dude, you proven why they call you that bullshit. Give me numbers or shut the fuck up. Or start tasting motherfucking boot leather. Yeah, they're one of the good ones.
They have to achieve in order to get there. Asian students on average have to score 450 points higher than a black student in order.
Students who self-identify as Asian need a 140 stat text points higher than whites, 320 than than Hispanics. And you know what all of this kind of like pisses me off about? It doesn't talk about any other racial groups. It doesn't talk about any other racial groups because all of this shit is focused on just black people and white people. None other racial groups. And then like these motherfuckers, again, they get so caught up in, well, I fucking made it. Well, I don't see why you don't make it. It's so goddamn stupid. But let's go.
To get in the same university. So if you think of the universities that have courses, etc., that grade on a curve, you can only have so many people with an A, so many people with a B, etc. So that means that the bottom percentile.
So wait a minute. A's and B's are finite resources. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit confused about that one. Having an A and a B is a finite resource. Yeah, that was new to me. I've never heard of that one.
Is going to fail. Who is most likely, just based on logic, going to be the ones failing? It's going to be the people who didn't have the credentials to get there in the first place. And then I have to bounce back to.
I want to get you on that point because I would posit that the people who are least likely to have good outcomes in an academic setting are those who have to work 2 jobs, are those who have to drive there from home because they can't afford a dorm, are those who have to go into crippling financial debt. These are and have other stresses in their life. They can't afford a doctor, they can't afford a dentist, they can't afford anything.
I had to do that too, though.
Those are the
That's
people.
not just black people. It's not just.
But it's
If we're looking at
overwhelmingly.
straight numbers, there are more white people in poverty than black people.
If you look at.
I'm done. I'm fucking done. I can't. I fucking can't. I can't with these people. I can't with these people. Because here's the thing. Isn't she supposed to be like a fucking white liberal? I can't with these people. I just can't with these people. This shit is so fucking unbelievably crazy. Oh my god. I'm done. I'm tapping out. I can't. I fucking can't. I can't. This shit, like, I couldn't even make it past 20 minutes. This shit is, I'm in pain. I'm in literal pain. Well, they're just too stupid to be in college. Like, literally, the black guy said that. Like, well, they're just too stupid to know that what's best for them. Like, what the hell, man? You literally said that with words out of your mouth. I don't even know. I don't even know. Wow. Anyway, guys, I will cut this segment here. Like, share, and subscribe, all that other good shit. Oh, God damn it. No, of course, if they don't have the requirements, they don't make it. And it's like, I don't know, like everybody did. Like everybody who doesn't make the requirements doesn't make it. I just, guys, I'm sorry. I can't tonight. I can't. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I can't. Anyway, thank you guys for joining today. You guys, I'm gonna put up a stream for tomorrow. Yeah, we gonna do some more shit. I want to wait till the weekend to cover a lot of my no, that's not what I want to move. I want to wait till the weekend to cover the oh god, oh god. I'm gonna wait till the weekend to cover like some of my the left needs to do better videos, and we'll just take this off. But anyway, right, guys, remember, touch titties always with consent, and be the person that you want to be around, and not just somebody you want to be like. Take us away.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah, I'm probably afraid of that, because then people don't hate each other, then people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, you know, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, you know, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white, I'm going to use this.
Right, absolutely.
Get this job, I'm hungry, you know. But, and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but...
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, you know, it just gets on you and it starts eating.
The system levels them.
Pretty soon it's all gone.
Is that what a cesspool sounds like?